Hi there, this is Rafat Fields, founder and CEO of Powered to Rise, and I am going to walk you through a template that I created known from our training social ingredients. I decided, what would be really helpful as we walk people through understanding the different ways that you can use social media to grow your online presence, your platform, and your audience. I am big on implementation tools because a big part of my personal journey is that learning the theory and the principles of why things work is one thing, but I need support with visualization and putting things into practice. So, templates like these that others have shared and created have really helped me in my story. And so, this is my way of giving back to others. So, social ingredients was developed based on my philosophy of how I see social media as being a valuable tool and wanting to keep things balanced. We are humans with many different identities, many different aspects of our being. And if you're using social media to grow relationship with your audience, you may find that the way you interact on one social media channel may be slightly different than how you interact in another for a variety of reasons. But you should be using these different nuances in the social media channels to tell different layers of your story. And that's what we're looking to accomplish here. So, a couple of things that are baked into this template is that, I like the analogy of the metaphor of cooking, right? It's you've got all these different ingredients, all these different channels in your mix, and together you're going to bring out the robust flavor of your brand. It's layered, it's nuanced, and it's got different textures going on. So that's what that whole concept is about. So if you understand that I think of social media as cooking, then you'll understand that we decided to build a custom GPT to also assist you with this process. Her name is Rue, a nod to some good old fashioned New Orleans gumbo, one of my favorite things. But if you think about roux, it is the thing that binds the gumbo together. It is embedded into the dish, but it's not the thing you think of top of mind unless you're a chef. If you're a chef, you know that a good gumbo starts and ends with the quality of the roux. So I decided to name our Chat GPT agent Rue to be a nod to how you think of your social media strategy. It is you're going to be telling stories and sharing pictures and videos, but ultimately it comes down to the strategy and the foundation that you created before you start building that content and sharing it with the masses. Couple of things. We give you the link to access Rue right here, what she is here for. So you can click right into that at any time and use her to your unfair advantage. She is free and there to support you. Over to the right of Rue, I've given you flexibility to create a link, drop a link, or embed a view of your current dashboard for how you analyze your social media. Now, here is a little caveat that I give to everyone doing this work, especially if you're in my world, right? So I support people in healthcare and community development. And it depends on the type of business you're building. As this is a cautionary tale and a word of encouragement too, all wrapped into one. We are in the business of humans. And while metrics are important, they should never trump the relationship you have with your humans in deciding where you put your energy and how you build your content. I'm going to give you a very meaningful example of this. There was a time in which I had a corporate role, and in that role, I supported a team, a large team. And I really am passionate about giving leadership, mentorship, tools, development, guidance to leaders coming up behind me so that their journey will be simpler than mine was to navigate. And I would share all these videos on my social media channels, and I wouldn't get a lot of engagement on platform. So if I were looking at the metrics of comments, posts, and likes, I would have stopped creating that content. But one meeting, I was traveling to our national meeting, and one of the members of a team, she was a newer colleague, earlier in her career journey, pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I really love the videos that you make. They're so encouraging and they are so helpful." Do you know what she had never done? She had never commented, liked, or any of those things on properties. So if I only looked at how people responded or engaged through the analytics dashboards, I would have stopped making that content and I would have never known that there were people out there who are benefiting from it. So I want you to consider that sometimes the way that humans interact and engage with social media is not always indicative. It's not always indicative of the progress you're making in terms of reaching your audience. So I always encourage you, first and foremost, create content that is meaningful to you and is useful to you in some way. And that could be creating tutorial videos that assist you in how you coach or deliver your services elsewhere. And then it's a boost, it's an added like icing on the cake if you get social media engagement as well. So that's one example of how that could work. But I think analytics are important to monitor, but they're not the end all be all. So that's the cautionary tale that I want to give to anyone doing work in social media that is around humans, especially those who are very busy or have nuances in how they have to engage and interact in their online presence that may cause their behaviors to come through differently. So you'll know if you're in that kind of industry for sure. The rest of the dashboard here is really designed to help you think through those foundational steps in building your strategy, your target audience, your pillars. You should have a few categories that, when people come to social media properties for your brand, they should expect to receive these types of directional impact or motivational stories, teaching, tutorials. What are the categories of content that you want to be known for, and keep those top of mind so that if you ever come to a place of what should my content be about, just use this as a pressure test guide to make sure that those pillars still feel aligned and that you are diversifying across a few areas. No more than 5. I think 3 is plenty. And keep in mind that, again, you usually want to have some layer of, there may be what you teach, but then there's who you are, right? So keep some balance into keeping that human personal story, that 360-degree view of you as a living, breathing human being in that mix. Channel mix is about the channels that you post on. So for some, you may be not on YouTube at all. YouTube may just be a place that you consume content and you don't make content. But you may be on Facebook, you may be on Instagram, you may be on LinkedIn. So this channel mix is designed to help you identify where are the places you're going to be, where are the places you're not going to be. And it is okay to be everywhere for sure. But as you come down that pinned view, I've given you some tools and resources to think about. Now that you've identified the channels in your mix, I would complete this in terms of talking about the specific channels. What is the channel's purpose in your brand strategy? What content pillars are you going to post from here on this particular channel? And how often do you think you will be posting? Be human, right? I'm going to tell you, in my mind, I can post every single day, but reality is I'm doing great if I'm posting once a week. And I want you to give yourself space to lean into, it's an aspirational goal. Do what you can when you can, and you can grow into it over time, especially if you have a team to support you in your journey. So the rest of this is designed to help you with the actual scheduling and posting process. So I am a visual person and I need to see it a few different ways. So that's why you see multiple views of this database. I will tell you, when it comes to listing content, I think that you'll find that the table view is most impactful, and it gives you the ability to see status, when you have posted, lets you connect back to those pillars, the format, is it a carousel, is it a photo or a video? Like you have the ability to select into different options on this view. And then if you have a team, it's helpful. Like you can assign it to different places in the process, as well as the link to the post and the caption for the post. So this is designed to be comprehensive support to help you with fleshing out your content and where it's going to appear and when. The calendar could be the simplest way for you to enter into it, and you'd be able to click here and create an entry by date. This gallery tool will be helpful in terms of being able to see the graphic and the imagery alongside the post and writing of the caption. So that's what this is designed to be. Like if you are like me and you need to visualize like what in order to write the words that make the most sense with that graphic layer, this is going to be your best support. And then this inbox, again, if you're working with the team or you're looking to coordinate breaking out like how you stage different posts for that assembly process, if you will, assembling the graphics and the visuals with the words that go with it. You may find that this inbox view, which gives you like that nice bigger view at a glance, will show you like what's on the horizon and what's up next. So that is the walkthrough of the template and just general guidance if you are new to using Notion templates. The one thing that I will say is that go ahead and start your free Notion account. Everything here is designed to be used in a free account, so you'll be able to take advantage of all that is baked into this template with that very generous free Notion setup. And then you'll click these two overlapping squares up here to duplicate, and then you will bring that into your very own Notion account, and all of the things that I showed you will then become editable in that process. So I hope you find that this template is helpful. If you have any questions at all, please know that we love hearing feedback. You can find more information here about what we do at Power to Rise. This is a clickable link that will take you to our website. And as a founder, I'm really on this journey to bring digital tools into the hands of leaders who are doing work to make their communities better and to improve life for themselves and for leaders coming behind them. So never hesitate to reach out and drop me a line about what you think a great tool in community development and healthcare might be. I hope that we get to meet very soon, one day out in the real world or in an email or DM talking about what's next and how we can build better things together. Enjoy the template, and thanks for watching.